Winter break? You broke last time? If I win, then I'm the all-time GOAT.
If I win, then not. Welcome back to another episode of The Drive. I'm Bakari.
I'm Jules.
My nail's red. What y'all think? On this episode, we will speak on independent or signed to a label, and why.
As of right now, I feel like we've been doing the independent route, so the label might seem like the way to go. I'm gonna say label because of the type of budget you can get behind the ideas that you want to have, like videos. If you want to have a really crazy video, it's really hard to execute that when you're independent.
Okay. I say
It's more about who you know when you're independent. You got to make a lot more connections yourself, and you're not gonna rely on like your management or your label as much.
So you're saying label for the distribution aspect of it.
Only for the distribution aspect.
So that's not really label. You can have a distribution deal and be fine.
Well, labels can also get you other things, like interviews.
That's still distribution.
That's true.
That's just different outlets of distribution.
Well then fuck it, United Masters for the win.
United Masters for the win. I agree. Okay, so my reasoning, I thought we were gonna have different points, but my reasoning, and I say independent, my reasoning for it being independent is, you know me as a person, you know me as an artist, how you do anything is how you do everything, and I hate doing what people tell me to do. So if a label's sitting there telling me, you have to record this, you have to have this person wrote this, and you have to, like, no, I'm going to be so defiant that I will do a shit job.
Yeah, they're gonna want you to do like music for a movie soundtrack and shit like that. You might not want to do. I get it.
So the reason I go independent and I say I agree with United Masters is because the prime example of that is the Russes of the world and the Brent Faiyazes of the world. Like, they still partner with
Labels.
people that have label ties or label execs.
Well, Russ partnered with Columbia and he didn't like what he got out of his deal, so he got out of it. But he had to buy himself. He had to buy himself out of his deal.
But you have to be worth what you're asking for too. Like, you can't just
By the time someone like one like LaRussell or Russ get to where people are, you know what I'm saying? They're already making.
They're both good prime examples. LaRussell and Russ.
Yeah.
Because
They're already like, if a label hits you up and you're one of them, you probably are already netting what they're offering you.
And so the reason they're hitting them up is
because
they see, it's not like they have to guess what they're gonna bring to the table. They already see it because they earned it on their own. You suck. But they earned it on their own. That's my point.
I was confident.
I feel like the hard thing about being independent is feeling like you can't quit your day job to make the career the job.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. So like label, that was actually gonna be my next point. Label, for the fact of, I feel like, yes, we don't like being told what to do in terms of like, if somebody tells you have to get something done by this time, but think about how much time you're gonna have, which is gonna equal out to how much more music you're just gonna have like on the back burner. Like, oh yeah, I got this.
Yeah, but labels also can shelve you. You can do all that work, put all that time in for nothing.
That's true. That's a confidence thing though. I feel like we wouldn't be shelved.
I'm really that nigga for real. I know y'all just saw that. So with prior knowledge of being, I was almost signed twice. Technically I signed both times, but I opted out of both. Both it was the same company too. That's the
same company, two separate times.
Might
have
no,
to hit them niggas back up.
The second one was more of a sister company.
Or how about this? What is your lowest asking price?
In what sense?
If you were to sign to a distribution deal, how much would you want?
Oh, fucking bitch.
Or a publishing deal even.
How much does it take to break an artist? 100K?
20K.
It's 20? To break an artist?
Oh, to break an artist, 200K.
200K, that's
Yeah.
what it is, 200K.
My bad.
Yeah.
20K is just like promotion.
And that's bare minimum too. It's not even the best that you could get. So I feel like partnering with, it doesn't even have to be a label. Investments are your forte. Like, for example, we're almost at a point of son of a bitch. That is insane.
That's
I was watching
fire.
that the whole time. We're in the talks of getting investors, and we have some big money people that are interested in our music enough to know that it could do something, it could be lucrative versus just the idea of us doing music.
It's getting a lot easier to convince people more and more, I feel like.
It's not necessarily convincing them either. It's more just showing. The more we do, the more consistent we. That's why the saying is, what you put in is what you get out of it. Because even when we're working and think it's unseen or think people don't notice, I've had people hit us up like, yo, I'm proud of this, or I'm proud of that, things that we, son of a bitch, things that we've done that we didn't even think people knew we were doing or think people cared to tune into. You know what I mean? So that being said, I feel like once it becomes us able to, instead of worrying about how to make ends meet and shit, once it becomes us just focusing on
The
music,
output.
the get shit out, then that's when it turns into touring. That's when it turns into things become more consistent in that aspect.
Touring would be fun.
Touring was fun, and the fun part of it was knowing the whole day all you have to look forward to is getting on stage. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like you do whatever the fuck you want the whole day, and then you have off days too in between.
Yeah.
But
The off days were terrible. Let me talk about tour.
all right, bet. Where did you tour at and all that?
I did. Okay, so we did like a South by Southwest run. It was the week of South by Southwest. So leading up to the days, we went to Austin, Texas for South by Southwest. That's where we ended. But we started in Atlanta. We went from Atlanta. We had 2 shows out there. Then we went to
Atlanta, I think. It was in the South.
We started in Atlanta.
Or Tennessee.
The first show was supposed to be Tennessee, but
Yeah.
that one got postponed or canceled. I can't remember why. Oh no, it got postponed. Then they asked if I still wanted to do it, and I was like, no. But so the fun thing about tour was the feeling of tour. Like, we went and I guess I got confused. I didn't really have expectations for a tour. It was my first tour, so like we did the whole 9 yards. Like, we had the Sprinter van. We all like did the hotel thing, this finding places to stay in whatever city. We made connections. We stopped at. Went shopping. We did everything that you would do on tour. And then the only thing I didn't like about the venues was there were no mic checks. Like, we checked
Sound.
in.
That's why I don't like. That's what I noticed lately is a lot of places don't do sound check.
I don't know why either. Like, that makes you more nervous for the actual day. I'm
That
really
was
the nigga for real.
clean.
I'm really the nigga for real.
That was clean.
They make you nervous because you don't know what to expect. You just have to go up there hoping that you hit notes and shit like that. But so we got to check out the venues and everything before. I messed that shit up. Day 1, we drove from Michigan to. Did we drive straight through? We drove straight through. We went straight to Atlanta. Michigan
Damn.
to Atlanta. Yeah.
It's like a 12-hour drive.
12 hours, yeah. We started, it started snowing, and I was being a little princess. I said, I'm not driving at all. The whole tour, I'm the artist, I'm not driving. And Louis would get mad, and he was like, basically telling me that I'm gonna drive eventually and shit like that. But I brought AJ along so that he could, shout out to AJ.
So he could drive for you.
Yeah, that. I was like, AJ will come, he'll drive, and also AJ knows I won't go or do anything without him anyway when it comes to anything. Like, the whole LA thing was him too and everything. So, point being, he just always is down to contribute. Like, AJ's such a
Team player.
Team player is the prime. Like, if you
need
put a
that.
camera in that man's hand and tell him to go learn how to work this nigga will do it. We did that, actually, that I say it. We put a camera in his hands on the first day of tour because he was
He was there when you recorded Suicide.
Yeah, he was there for, so AJ is just a team player. Ain't no way you hit that. Okay, or green. But yeah, I'm all over the place. But to say that the first stop, I guess, set my expectations on how the rest of the tour was gonna go.
Okay, so which stop was the best out of all of them? And which one was the worst?
I don't know. That's a good question. That's a toss-up. There are a lot of funny moments on tour. Funny moments.
That's why a cameraman is so essential because, man.
I guess that. Okay, so let's get into it. First day of tour. This is how it went. We get in. We all get packed up. We all meet up everywhere. Blah blah blah. I did not think we would leave at the time that we wanted to because of how last minute everything felt. Like I literally went shopping the whole day, trying to get last minute things. I went got customized things. I stopped by Kyle's house to pick up my clothes I was gonna wear on tour because he custom made the clothes for me. Shout out to Kyle.
Shout out Kyle Young.
Insert all the outfits that he made for me on tour. So I went to him, picked that up. Then I went, got a haircut. Shout out Dom too. Dom made sure my hair was looking good before. Got my hair braided, all that shit. So I did all that. So I felt rushed already. I was running around like a headless chicken and everything. Then I went and picked AJ up. When we picked AJ up, we had to go pick up the Sprinter for my dad. Shout out my dad for getting us a Sprinter. Insert the video of the Sprinter.
Shout out Dad for the Sprinter.
Picked up the Sprinter. Then we met the other artist who's my label mate. Like a little big sister. Is Shy older than me?
Yeah.
A big sister to me. Like Shy was like one thing about Shy Wade. Shout out Shy Wade. I keep saying shout out to people, but shout out Shy Wade.
Shout out Shy Wade.
One thing about Shy is she felt so comfortable in the sense of like she was a veteran to me. Like it was my first tour, but she was just like laid back, all comfortable. Like, oh, you gonna do great, Bakari. Like she was geeking.
She's already done that shit before.
She's done some big shit. Like I'm not one to speak on her behalf in that sense. I'm really that nigga for that shot. Speaking on her behalf in that sense, but she has some big accolades, big accomplishments. So for her to sit there and basically be not necessarily coaching me through, but
You gonna call the pocket?
Duh. Her comfortability, I was feeding off that energy, so I got more comfortable versus being that one. Being all nervous or scared or anything. Oh, motherfucking bitch. But yeah, so we were with her. She brought her little brother. I brought my little brother. Then it was me, Louie, and Mark. And if you hit that,
No, momentum.
but yeah. So what the fuck was I getting at?
Shy's a veteran.
Yeah.
It was.
So we picked up everybody.
Okay.
Everybody met. We got on the road on time. Got to the gas station, filled up everything, and nobody thought we were gonna get on the road on time. So it was like, I was like, oh, this is
Y'all
actually
had the
going
show
good.
later on that night or the next day?
Next day. We left at night so that we get there, get checked into the room.
Get everything
and then
situated so the next day you don't gotta stress
So we
about
don't gotta
it.
worry about it, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we didn't want to get there and then not want to perform because we're tired or want to stretch or whatever the fuck, but now we need a tiebreaker because he beat me the first game, but now
We're about to untie that knot right quick.
that sounds gay. But okay, so we get in the fucking Sprinter. Our first stop, like to get gas, was Kentucky.
Damn. Y'all niggas went to the south before you got any gas.
Yeah.
So you passed through like 5 states or 3 states.
I was asleep. I was knocked the fuck out. I was gone. We stopped in Kentucky first, and then I remember waking up. We were at the gas station. We were literally right by the Louisville stadium. So I started taking pictures and videos. Insert picture and video. Wait, I don't have a picture of the actual stadium.
We'll just get a Getty image up there for you.
But insert video of me at the gas station because I took a video. I remember that. And then when we were at the gas station, everybody was getting food and stuff. And then we were like, how far out? So then we got back in the Sprinter. On the way there, we were playing the PlayStation and shit. And then all of a sudden the power in the Sprinter, other than to the actually drive and stuff, Like the TV, microwave, all that shit just stopped working. So I was like, what the fuck? So we were trying to fuck around with that the whole tour, like figure out how to fix that. And so we didn't really have any entertainment, so I just slept. Then we get to Atlanta. So we get to the hotel.
Right.
And while we were at the hotel, we were all like rehearsing / getting our sets together. Like we were taking turns, me and Chai, like, and Louis were taking turns on like making the set list, if that makes sense.
Making your own version of the set list?
Yeah, or like getting comfortable with the set list we already had made. Because I think Louis was making the set list the whole time we were on the way there. Which, shout out to Louis. Louis did so much.
You're putting in work.
And I don't think we necessarily gave him enough credit because he kept calm and composure for majority of the trip. Like, we all had our
He was just doing his part the way it's supposed to be done. Because, like, you have a
Very
lot of
Stripes is
managers. Stripes. You're solid.
But, yeah, so he was doing, like, the heavy lifting, the getting all the shit together, the making sure that we... So I guess some of his... I wouldn't say... I don't know. Most of his frustration made sense now, looking back on it. Because in my head, I wasn't necessarily treating it like a vacation, but at the same time, I wasn't only doing creative stuff. I could have done stuff. If I had the mindset that I have now on this stuff, I would have got what
More
he was
content
saying.
and
Yeah,
shit.
content. That's what. And the fact that he kept saying, "Go get content. Go get."
That's
content.
one thing that I refuse to do any type of tour without a cameraman. We need somebody there that his job is to film.
Yeah.
That's all they have to do is film. They don't got to do nothing else but worry about filming.
Yeah, but now looking back on it, I was like, damn, like I understand where he was coming from because he would always say something about content, but that made me not want to do it. I was like, oh, this man's like I get it. Like as long as I'm performing, that should be the biggest worry. Like, because the shows, in my mind, as long as I perform, do a good job, everything else is just let's have fun.
Yeah.
But every time I tried to do content, it felt forced, so it made me not want to do it. I was like, this ain't me. This isn't what I usually would do. Did get content hooping, but it served no purpose.
Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not like people know where you're hooping at.
Yeah.
It's just another day. Yeah, I can see that.
So yeah, that was one of the frustrations.
But at the same time, like I get it's a hustle.
That's going in. Oh my God,
I get like it's a hustle, but as an artist, you're not thinking about filming yourself. That's why I said a cameraman is essential.
Yeah.
You need, like, the content is necessary, but think about how much more natural footage you'll get if you have somebody already filming what you're doing. You don't have to stop. Oh, let me get this on camera just in case some crazy shit happens. Like, it's just less thinking that you have to put into it.
Getting off track. Okay. Day one, Atlanta. When we get to Atlanta, we check into the hotel. We get all situated. Everybody took turns in the showers and shit like that. Like we were doing the struggling artist to a T. Everything about it was just like, make sure we're ready, make sure we know what we're doing. Let's go get food. We went and got food. One of the best chicken spots we've ever eaten. I can't remember the name of it. I'll ask Louis what the name of it is, but I had some lemon pepper wings that literally would make you upset if you eat lemon pepper wings anywhere else. Like, that's how good they were. It pissed me off.
Better than Wilkins wings?
Bro, Wilkins wings are something, boy, but the wings that we had there.
Where were y'all at?
We were in Atlanta and
Zaxby's? Or was it like a mom and pop type?
it was a mom and pop. No, it was more like a dive bar, actually.
The cook back there
Was insane.
going
Like,
crazy.
dog, ask AJ. Like, the wings there, boy, insane.
To die for.
I don't know what the fuck I was doing. Yeah. We went back. Oh my God, we went back a couple times too. That's how good it was. But first show was at Bonfire Compound, which was tough. Like the whole compound was up as fuck. It was like an indoor skate park, like Rob
That's fire.
Deerdick shit.
Yeah,
Like
Fantasy
shit was
Factory.
crazy. I was like, this is
Yeah, was the
tough.
Fantasy Factory still like a thing?
I don't know. I haven't heard of it in a while.
It'd be dope if it was.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm really that nigga. Oh, I'm really him. But yeah, the first venue was dope. They had a lot of like little pop-up shop things, like people selling weed, people selling merch, people, and then we got interviewed too. I'll insert footage of that there. But then after our first show, we did like a little celebration in the Sprinter. Louis got champagne, popped that bitch open, got it all over my outfit.
Oh yeah, I saw that on
Yeah.
I saw that on fucking IG.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
that there, but
Y'all had some.
it was fun. So that day
rosé.
set the whole vibe or tone
For the rest
tour.
of the tone, yeah,
Yes. So we had
Rest of the tour.
4 days in Atlanta with no shows. That's why Louis was pissed. 4 days, no shows, and none of us wanted to go get content.
Y'all
So
were
he
there
was-
for 4 days.
4
What the fuck
days.
did y'all do for the 4 days?
Well, it was because we were supposed to go perform in Tennessee, so some of the days were supposed to be spent driving,
Yeah. But y'all, so y'all were just waiting until, okay, that makes sense.
waiting for the South by Southwest shows, because we had 2 shows in South by
4 days in Atlanta, that's crazy.
Yes.
You could have got a session booked or something.
We did. So Shy went and recorded at, I can't remember the guy's name, but his studio. Shy went and recorded there, and his studio is dope too. Like I got pictures and shit at his studio up there on Instagram. But so we were in Atlanta for 4 days, and then Louis was upset that we weren't getting content. I wanted to hoop. I just kept going to hoop. Me, AJ, and Shy's brother went to hoop. And then second show was in fucking Austin, Texas. It was at 6th Street, on 6th Street. I can't remember what the venue was called. But we went there, performed. And no, wait. I'm skipping. Back in Atlanta. You hit that thing. I don't know. Back in Atlanta, we went to a strip club, and AJ wasn't old enough to go, so we were like, we felt bad. We were looking for other things to do. There were a couple spots where you needed to be 21 to go to, and we felt
In Atlanta,
bad,
yeah.
and we felt real bad. So we were like, I don't know, trying to do something where everybody could be included.
Y'all
But-
niggas should have went to Craig's Cruisers or some shit.
You're funny as fuck. We said fuck it, went to the strip club. AJ was cool. We dropped him off at the hotel, went to the strip club. And Louis and them were making fun of me because instead of getting dances and shit like that, I was having full conversations with this stripper.
That nigga was in love.
It wasn't necessarily a love, it was just intriguing. Like she asked what we were there for. We told her. She was like, I don't know, just very curious. Like, and she wasn't asking if I wanted to dance or anything. She was just having a conversation with me. Either she was just in rest mode or something, or whatever the case.
That's funny as fuck.
She-
Rest mode.
she-
She was on her break.
I don't know what it was. She just got off the stage, and she came up to me and started having a conversation. So Louis came up to me. He was like, what's up? Like, you want to go to the back room with her? What's going on? I was like, no, I'm cool. He's like, you just over here talking. You supposed to be here dancing. I was like, oh, my bad. So then I got a dance, paid the shits, strip club shit. But I just thought it was so intriguing having a conversation with her. Then we start leaving, and this girl that worked with Tyler Perry and shit like that came out, and she was like, hey, where you guys going? Like, she was talking to us and shit like that. She was like, hey, can we kick it? So we ended up kicking it with her. And she was like, you all look so attractive. Like, you all look like you need to be in front of a camera. Like, what do you guys do? And I told her I do music. Mark was like, yeah, I'm a manager. And Louis was saying that he was a manager as well. And she was like, would you guys be down to come film on Tyler Perry stuff? We were all confused. We was like, what? Like, when? And she was like, tomorrow. And we had 2 more days in Atlanta. And we were like, yeah, we're down. Fuck that. Yeah. And she showed us that she was on shit. Like, she showed us her credentials, I guess, in that sense. And we were like, yeah. She was like, okay, I'll call you guys in the morning, but you just have to be at set at this time. Say that you're here for... I was like, oh shit, this is about to be dope. And then we wake up the next morning, Louis checking his phone, nothing. Then all of a sudden, this motherfucker starts posting on her Instagram there. So I don't know who messaged her. One of us messaged her to see if it was still like cool if we pulled up. But no response from her. All that. She followed me on Instagram. Followed Louis on Instagram. Still nothing. Like no response. She started liking my pictures and shit, but just no responding. I was like, what the fuck is this? So we ended up leaving Atlanta. And then I think she just replied, "Hey, sorry, got after we already left, like about got caught up with this and blah blah blah."
Ain't no
but
way.
it would have been dope, like just the opportunity out of nothing,
Yeah.
to do it. So
You know how like a lot of shit's been happening lately,
Yeah.
where it's like you're in the right place.
falling into place for no reason. Like she just randomly saw
One of
us
them-
and wanted to hang out. shit
One
like
of
that.
them type.
First I thought it was weird. I was like, this motherfucker wants to fuck. Like that's what it was. But no, not on that. She was showing us that she did music too.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
And she was on some Tyler.
Yeah, so that was Atlanta. Or that was the gist of Atlanta. That's all the interesting shit. We went to Saks. I met
Damn, I gave you the
Stephon Diggs.
perfect setup. That's crazy.
He was walking around. He parked in front of the mall, and we were like, who the fuck's car is that? Like, what the fuck? And then he got on the escalator. I was like, isn't that? He was like, oh, what's up, bro? He's like, what, you want a picture? I was like, no, I'm good. Because I didn't like how he said it. He said, what, you want a picture? I was like, nah, I'm good. Just say what's up. He said, all right. I was like, off season? He was like, yeah. And he was like, just here shopping. He's way shorter in person than I gave credit for. Like on TV, that nigga looks tall as fuck. 8 ball that corner.
Again?
But oh my lord. Oh good shit. Because I would have lost if that went in. But yeah, so that happened. And there was this saleswoman / kiosk worker that was flirting with me the whole time we were at Saks. And I was like, AJ,
Yeah, I went to Saks.
come over here and help me. Convince me not to keep talking to this woman. Because it was bad. Like, I was crumbling. Like, I fought temptations and I won. But I called AJ over. I was like, bro, because I'm going to have AJ attest to this time. Oh shit, I didn't even call it. I lost anyway. And it went in the pocket that I originally called. That was insane.
So the game's over?
Yeah,
That's whack.
you won.
I wanted to get my last shot in. Fuck.
You're funny. But yeah, so she was like, it went from her trying to tell me to buy some skincare routine, and I was like, what, you think I have bad skin? That's where the flirting came in. Like, I think she thought that was me flirting, but I was genuinely like, damn, like, why do I gotta buy this? And then, cause she was like heavily trying to say, she was like, you need this, you need. I was like, damn, I need it. I got bad skin. She was like, no, your skin is amazing. I was like, so what I need it for?
To keep
She's like,
up with
to keep
it.
up with it. I was like, so clearly what I've been doing so far is working, blah blah blah. And she, I don't know. This is besides the point.
She wanted a reason to talk to you. is what
Yeah.
you're saying.
So basically, I stood on business, didn't do nothing. Bought a $150 shirt from Saks just to say I got something from there at that at Pure.
God damn.
Yeah, at Pure, me and AJ and I can't remember who else got stuff from. I think Louis got stuff from there too. But they had videos of like Little Baby, like big name celebrities
In there?
in there. Yeah. So like.
That's like when people film themselves going to Icebox.
Yeah, we went to Icebox too. We went to Saks, the Icebox in there. We were doing we felt like, you know what I mean? Like the not celebrity, the artist's life.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. Show 2, I won't say day 2 because we were out there for like fucking 4 days. Show 2, we went to Austin, Texas. We got there, we got to Texas. We drove all the way through from Atlanta to Texas, which was a way easier drive than fucking Grand Rapids to Atlanta. But
I know that.
we checked into the hotel. The hotel was dope as fuck. Like, it was huge, and there were so many food spots by it too. Like, it was just convenient, and then it was real close to the venue. It was like 20-minute drive. We get to the venue, get to see it and shit like that. Then we had time to kill, so we walked up and down 6th Street. And it was just dope. There was a lot of artists doing a lot of different things. We did we got invited to Earn Your Masters by
Okay.
United Masters. We were VIP back there, so we had wristbands saying that we could that's when we met Jadakiss. I FaceTimed you. So it was Jadakiss, it was La Russell, it was Ryan Leslie who just did that Tiny Desk performance. So we were behind the scenes there. We met the girl that blew up on TikTok for I ain't even gotta beat her ass. Her baby daddy do it. Like that's we met her. She was cool. I don't know. It was just a dope experience being around those people because those people were treating us accordingly. Like it didn't feel like we were out of place. You know what I mean? Like it felt like we were where we should be. You're solid. Or Stripes, right?
Solid.
But yeah, so that happened day one. Then performed. My performance went good. And there was another girl for some reason, More Temptations, came up to me after my performance. I didn't know she was an artist too, but she came up to me. She was like, "You were amazing, blah, blah, blah." I was like, "I appreciate it." And after all the compliments, she was like, "I'm an artist too. If you're down, we should work." So she showed me her shit. It was not good, but her marketing was phenomenal. Like whoever her team was.
But her sound was just bad.
Her sound was, I didn't understand it.
What do you mean you didn't understand it?
Like, okay, so perfect example. Some people like Sexy Red, some people hate Sexy Red.
Okay.
Her marketing, way better than her music.
Sexy Red? Yeah.
Her marketing, way better than her music.
Yeah.
Like, it
I'll
makes
say that.
sense why she's as big as she
star,
is. Yeah. So, same with this girl. Her marketing, I looked at her Instagram and looked at all her shit. Her marketing was phenomenal. I was like, damn. Because at first sight, I would think
usually that means that the music probably wasn't good if you never heard of her.
Yeah, so point being, oh shit, I just helped you out. Point being, she followed me on Instagram. She started messaging me. She was like, "What are you doing for the rest of the night?" I was like, "Just going back to the hotel." This was after my show. She was like, "Hey, do you want to hang out?" I was like, "Sure." Like, and then I was like, "Wait, for what?" She was like, "I just find you very attractive. You seem interesting, and I'm only here for the rest of the South by Southwest. So if you want, we can." I was like, "Oh, that's what this is." I was like, "No, I'm good. I appreciate it though." Then she got all, she was kind of mad. She said, "What was the point of giving me your Instagram then?" I was like, "You said you wanted to work. Like, I'm down to work." She was like, "Well, obviously we could work together if that's the case, but like I thought you picked up on what I was." I was like, "No, I appreciate it though." Then we saw her again, and she, how do I say this? She made it seem like it was something that it was not. Like she came up to me, she was like, "Is it because you came with somebody? Is it because this? Is it because I was like, "No, I have a whole girlfriend. Like I didn't come with anybody. I have a girlfriend." What, you think I'm just gonna go messaging bitches and telling them? Like she was acting like we fucked, and I had some explaining to do or some shit like that. I was like, "No, I just am not interested. I don't wanna." She was like, "That's part of the lifestyle to meet someone and catch a vibe and let the vibe be the vibe." Well, like she was talking crazy like that. Moral of the story: that temptation shit. Cause don't get me wrong, she was bad. So, past tense me would have folded on every account. Past tense me would have used tour as I'm about to fuck. I'm about to get my shit off. Okay, so performed, did great. Second night in Austin was the last night there. And I performed in the same place, but a different part of the venue. Like the venue was big, so like there were different parts to perform. So the second night I met Baby C, stuff. He's a rapper. Met him. I met.
It's your ball, right?
DJ. Yeah, I met DJ.
Who did you meet?
The dude that made the I Just Wanna Rock. Body idea. I just wanna rock. Him, and then I met. Who else did I meet? Nicki Minaj's manager. And he told me I was tough. Like I was really talented, which I thought was dope. I was like, "Damn, you didn't say that. Appreciate you."
Fire.
Damn, didn't hit shit. Damn.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I met all of them. Getting their...
The nod of approval.
Yeah, or like just their acknowledgement in general. Like them going out of their way to acknowledge me and then witnessing them not acknowledge other people made me feel like, okay, I'm really doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Only difference I would change about tour, I'll say, is performance style, because I went up there more on like a just singing the songs, not really knowing what to do, choreograph, nothing. Like there were people that I met or saw there perform and shit that had phenomenal performances. But tour overall, great experience for my first tour. Like I couldn't ask for a better first time going out. Only thing I would have changed was first off your bitch ass being there. Second,
Yeah.
the style of my performing. I loved how I dressed each show. I loved that I felt like an artist. I performed like an artist. I did not have a bad show.
That was good. What do you mean by style then?
Just choreography, like doing something.
Doing something with your
something
body?
different, yeah. Like, for example, one thing I would have changed, I would have probably went out into the crowd and sang to people or something like that. Instead, I was just standing there
Cordless
doing
mic?
this. Yeah. Like, I had opportunities to do stuff. Like, I could have told women to come closer or something like that. Something different, just be different. So, I just used it as a learning experience, take notes from it. But yeah, tour, good.
Let's see, if I was your DJ, that would be like one of the things. I need all the bad bitches to come to the front.
That too, like
If you are not a bad bitch, stay in the back. If you are a bad bitch, come to the front.
my thing too was there was no stopping in between songs and actually engagement, crowd engagement. That's one thing I would change, crowd engagement. Cause
But if the songs are good, we gotta rehearse at least one day,
yeah,
and then
that's what we did for.
the last one.
Yeah, I was very proud of our performance for the last.
Everyone else was really impressed too,
Yeah.
from what I heard.
But all this to say, there's always growth. Like I don't just do something.
It doesn't mean
and
that we
just-
can't do better this time.
Yeah, I don't just do something and be like, oh, well, that's done. Like I always look back to it or think about it when I'm doing something like for my next venture. So what do we have coming up? We have a show coming up.
So look out for the footage for
Look
that.
out for the footage. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Look out for the.
Because that's all you're gonna see. That's all you're gonna see.
That's all you're gonna see. We have a show coming up.
Next time.
We have 2 songs dropping. Main Squeak. Oh no,
We didn't.
we have a
drop.
project dropping. AM, the project. It's our
Self-titled.
our freshman project. It's not an album.
It's an EP.
It's an EP. A mixtape.
All the beats are original. We can call it a mixtape, yeah.
It's an EP. It's an EP.
EP.
Damn. We have AM dropping this week, the 16th, August 16th.
AM Friday, August 16th.
What's a Heart Friday, August 16th.
Main Squeeze Friday, August 16th.
We have work out, work, and then you will get flooded with content from. We have a video for Paris in the works.
Yep.
We have
What other songs should we do a video for? Maybe like 2. They Not Like Us.
They Not Like Us. But as always, I'm Bakari,
I'm Jules.
and this has been another episode of The Drive.
Hide your
Don't
baby
leave that in
moms.
there. Don't leave that in there. I will kill you. You keep leaving me being absolutely.
Tuesday.